I just went within and shifted that within myself. And I continuously do that within my union, and things shift very quickly because ultimately my twin is showing me where I believe in separation. And when I go in and heal it, I choose union. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Twin Flames Universe, where you will discover twin flames, eternal love, and spirituality. I am certified Ascension Coach Kanisha, and today's topic is going to be on, are you meant to be in a physical and romantic relationship with your twin flame? Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into this juicy topic. So, are you created and meant to be in a physical and romantic relationship with your twin flame? The short answer is yes, you are. And I'm going to share a little bit about my own experience with that. This was actually a question that my twin flame asked me. We are currently in union and we are working through just blocks and upsets that come up naturally. But we are also talking about moving in together, engagement, marriage, all of those great things. When a few years ago, it looked like this was never, ever going to unfold or happen. But because you're created to be with your twin flame and they're created as your ultimate lover, you are meant to have a physical and romantic relationship with them and not just a spiritual connection. And I believe that a lot of people will get this confused with thinking that they're not meant to be in a physical or romantic relationship because it's a spiritual connection. And it's going to be really hard and frustrating to work yourself into that space. But the truth is that if you truly have the right support and the work, you will find that that romantic and physical connection is going to naturally unfold. And so for me, what I recognized was that I was trying to move through my twin flame union like a soulmate connection. So I wanted the romance and the physical intimacy, just like you see in the movies and the way that Hollywood portrays. But in a twin flame union, it's much deeper than that. And so I had to really learn to release control and to surrender what my union looked like and how it unfolded. I really desired a physical and romantic relationship with my twin flame, but ultimately our union was just not there. And I recognized that we really needed to build a friendship first. And so we spent about 2.5 years truly building a unbreakable and unstoppable friendship. And he became my closest friend. We ended up learning how to create safety with each other. We created a foundation where we both felt it was safe to open up and be vulnerable, where we felt that we could really be our authentic selves with each other and that we could truly just allow ourselves to naturally relax into the relationship. And through that, there started to build this attraction towards one another. I felt the attraction because I knew who he was to me, but he was still moving through his own upsets in that space and ultimately mirroring my upsets too. My belief was that he didn't think that I was his twin flame or that he couldn't see or feel that we had a spiritual connection. And because we're one divine being with one consciousness, he would mirror those things back to me. And then there'd be moments where I'd relax into it and be like, he's my true twin flame. And he would then reflect back to me this feeling and this belief as well. So for a while, there was a lot of hot and cold energy between me and my twin flame because I was having hot and cold energy within my thoughts. And so when I started to really relax into knowing that this person was my true twin flame, that he was my ultimate best friend, that he was my ultimate teacher, and that we were meant to partner with each other, and he was also meant to be my romantic partner. When I really allowed myself to relax into those things, he started to reflect that back to me. And I had to really let go of attachment to how that looked, to how he chose to love me and how he chose to show up. And that can be really hard. But when I was genuinely showing up for myself, when I was genuinely romancing myself, which we'll talk on here in just a minute, he started to really reflect those things back to me very easily and naturally. He felt guided to, he wanted to. And so I really encourage you to not give up on the belief or the thought that you could be in a romantic relationship with your twin flame. If you truly want romance in your union, I encourage you to let go of everything that you think you know about romance and love and throw it out the window because it will not work with your twin flame union. What I had to really get clear on is, how did I truly want to be romanced? And this was beyond the flowers and the chocolate and all those fun things that come from what society or what Hollywood teaches us about romance. What really would make me feel romanced deeply was someone who created a safe space for me to be vulnerable, who heard and saw me clearly and really could see and feel my heart. I wanted someone who remembered the little things that I shared and would always pay attention to maybe the way that I reacted or responded to certain things. I wanted someone who was willing to make me a priority and really put the effort into putting love into our union and showing up for our union. I wanted someone who would go to church with me on Sundays and who would talk about God with me endlessly all day long and just talk about what we really desired for our lives. To me, that was true romance. That was much beyond than just going on dates and having movie nights and going on trips. I really wanted my ultimate best friend. I wanted my ultimate partner. And so when I chose to really start to show up for myself in that way, my true twin flame did as well. And naturally, we built just this deep, loving connection, which then created a beautiful foundation for our romantic partnership, our physical union. And so I encourage you that if your union isn't there yet, it doesn't mean it's not going to get there. It just means that you have some work to do. And you can do that by healing your upsets around romance, around having a physical connection and relationship with your twin flame by using the mirror exercise. That is what I use on a daily basis anytime those feelings or upsets came up. Now, another question that I hear is it okay to think about my twin flame when it comes to thinking about them physically or sexually? Is that all right? The truth is, it is. One of the things that I really had to do was allow myself to visualize what I desired. Now, I don't encourage you going around and pretending that you're in a relationship or saying like, yeah, I'm in union with my twin flame, or we go on dates and we talk all the time, but you're not actually doing that. Like, I don't encourage you to go tell people that, but I do encourage you to imagine that in your heart and your mind. Yes, your union is a spiritual connection. So to really allow yourself to relax into that spirituality of things, you'll want to go within and create that reality within. Your union is an inward process. And when you can create that reality inwardly, it will start to reflect and manifest outwardly. And this is something that I have really started to practice and implement in my journey, is that if I want something to change or shift or to show up in my union, I would go within first. I would get into that state of feeling the feeling of having it. So I would feel secure, loved, wanted, chosen, enough. I would feel the feelings as if I was already in my union. And so when you feel that way, and then you can imagine having that already and really allowing yourself to relax into that inwardly, your subconscious mind is going to start showing you proof of why that is true. It's because it's the belief that you're holding on to, the belief that you're already in union with your twin flame, which is the truth. You are. That's your natural state of being. Most people who come into this space are in the belief of separation. And so you're healing separation consciousness by really choosing what it is that you desire and want and feeling as if you have it, already embracing it in your heart and releasing attachment to how that occurs on the outside. And I hope that makes a lot of sense, because it is really the formula to manifesting your union into the physical realm, is by going within and truly manifesting and seeing and feeling as if it's already done. When you allow yourself to master that and master the mirror exercise, master your feelings, you will find that things will happen very quickly. And so I want to share an example of my own situation. I really desired to meet my twin flames family. And at this time, we were still fairly new in our union. And so he really wanted to take things slowly. And I was like, let's go. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to be engaged. I'm ready to be married to my man. But that is where a little bit of the miscommunication was happening. We were both trying to control. He was trying to control how fast we were going and wanting to go slowly, and I was trying to control how fast we were going and wanting to go quickly. And so we both want the same thing, but we're trying to control. And when I let go of that control and I went to God and I went within and got really clear with what I desired, which was I wanted to spend his birthday with him and I wanted to meet his family. It actually brought up a lot of feelings around my own family, and it brought up a lot of feelings around birthdays and holidays. So I did the inner work, and I really allowed myself to move through all of that and get to a place of peace within. And then once I got to that place of peace in step 4, I imagined being at the dinner table with his family and getting to celebrate his birthday with him. Just a few days prior, he had mentioned having birthday dinner with his family, but in that conversation, I was not included. And that kind of hurt my feelings. In a soulmate relationship, I would have said something. I've been like, why am I not invited? And this isn't fair. And I want to be included in that. But instead, I knew that because he is my twin flame, he is my perfect teacher, he was mirroring something to me. So when I went in to look at the mirror, like I said earlier, it brought up family things. It brought up things around my past birthdays and past holidays. And so I chose to clear all of those things. And I chose love at the center and at the core. And so after imagining being with his family and getting to spend his birthday dinner with him, I completely surrendered it. I said, God, if it's in your will, I receive it. And I let it go. And the next day he came over and we were sitting there and he said, my mom is making this dish for dinner. I would love for you to come over and meet my family if you're okay with that, if you feel comfortable with that. And I just was so excited. I was so happy because just a few days before, I was not included in those plans. I didn't complain. I didn't cry. I didn't ask why I'm not included. I just went within and shifted that within myself. And I continuously do that within my union, and things shift very quickly because ultimately my twin is showing me where I believe in separation. And when I go in and heal it, I choose union. And so I did that with a physical romantic relationship. Instead of being upset with him for not romancing me or wanting to be physical with me, I went in and healed the feelings that came up around that, which was rejection, not feeling good enough, not feeling wanted, not feeling chosen. And when I truly healed those at the core, he mirrored that love back to me. And we started to have a lot of romance, a lot of physical touch and connection. And I really appreciated that. But ultimately, what I had to learn was that he was not my source for those things. God is. And I had to go within and receive that from God and within myself. And when I truly did that, my union shifted very, very quickly. So it's important to know that you don't get your romance and your physical relationship from your twin flame. You receive it from God. You go within and you give that to yourself now. You don't have to wait. And when you truly give that to yourself and you release attachment to how that love is manifested outside of you, you will see miracles happen very quickly in your union. I know this video was helpful for you. And if you need more support, definitely check out twinflamesuniverse.com. You will find ascension coaches there who are ready to help you heal any blocks to romance and love within your union. And we look forward to seeing you guys again. You take care. Bye-bye.